Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Court. If this is your first time coming across this platform, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back. Come on in, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is going to be a late night reading. Late night. I feel like the energies are completely different, obviously, in the daytime than in the nighttime. The night, it just seems like everything from the day has somewhat subsided, enough that we can sift through what we need to, when we need to, how we need to, on many different levels, right? Whatever that is, whatever that means to you by way of energy, right? Or situations. Needless to say, let's get into these spiritual downloads. Spiritual Court is a safe space where we talk about, sometimes things that are hard to discuss. Sometimes we tap into generational curses. So if you feel like this situation is not resonating with you, I could be picking up on a parental figure. I could be picking up on a sibling, maybe some type of energy by way of energetic signature that has somehow attached itself to you. And so this just kind of puts you in a position where you need to go within a little bit, right? Kind of dissect a little bit more if you're not doing that already. The energies around you, be that family, friends, ex-friends, new friends, co-workers, ex-co-workers, new and or old versions of yourself. Whatever the case, whatever the circumstance, take the energy as it resonates. If it's not your story, that's okay. You can still stick around for educational purposes. I love you and welcome to Spiritual Court. Soul Tribe. Returning back, you already know what it is. You know what it was. The full moon has been really good to you and I. Baby, did y'all feel the ascension? Did you feel all of the attention being paid to our ascension as we collectively transmuted all of what we needed to transmute? And that's just what it is, simply put, in short, right? Beautiful divine angels, Archangel Michael specifically, Gabriel, Raphael, come to do the healing work. What is it that we need to be made aware of? Still feeling a little bit of that remnant, right, of the overflow of that full moon energy. The wingman, okay? This has been coming up a lot, y'all. So earlier I was channeling energy, getting grounded, sitting in the backyard, taking in some sun, okay? And I heard guilty by association, okay? This could have been somebody that maybe they didn't get their hands dirty, per se, by way of doing something nasty and cutthroat to you, but they absolutely were aware of it. So they're guilty by association. This is the kind of person that stood by and just kind of watched everything play out, This is the person that was on the listening end of it all. So they could have been listening to somebody about a situation, fully engulfed in the conversations, fully engulfed in being a sideshow Bob energy, is what I heard. The wingman, okay? So somebody's guilty by association. Now, the wingman can also represent somebody who collaborated, but again, they only did so much. It's kind of like they were watching what somebody was doing to you, saying about you, or what somebody believed they were doing to you. And somebody just kind of stood by and watched to kind of see if it was all going to play out. But remember, anything that you give your attention to, you absolutely are a part of. So the guilty by association, somebody's associated and they're guilty, okay? If they knew about what was going on with you, to you, and they didn't do anything about it energetically, I don't know why that was so hard to get out, but if they didn't do anything about it energetically, if they didn't offer a prayer, if they didn't say to somebody, hey, I don't agree with that, even if they were in a position where they were willing to stand up for themselves and agree to disagree, somebody didn't take that opportunity, okay? This is a following energy. This is a people-pleasing energy. This is a I want you to like me energy. I want to be agreeable energy. I don't want people to see me as, not being okay with what it is that you're doing, even if it's conflicting within me. Even if I feel within my inner self, this is wrong what y'all are doing to this person. Somebody kept their mouth shut. Somebody's guilty by association. And somebody could even be going so far as to try to cover for somebody's diabolical activities, is what I just heard. Interesting. So let's just see. Anything else? Yeah, they're blocked from your energy. Okay, so you could have felt a real big shift. You could be feeling a lot lighter. You could be feeling ascension symptoms, where you got to rest a little bit longer than normal type energy, right? Okay. So you've been through enough transformations, confirmations, ascensions to know when you need to lay low and move slow. And I feel like this is one of those cases where there was some type of energetic cord that was not just dismantled, unplugged, but literally annihilated. Meaning the cord can't be put back together. This says blocked from your energy. I just heard indefinitely. Anything else we need to know? I feel like Archangel Raphael is here. A lot of you could have transmuted something by way of healing. Releasing some type of resentment, maybe, towards people that keep trying to come for you is what I just heard. Yeah, okay. I can't make this up. Look at you. Spiritual gifts. Going within, tapping in, standing in your power. This could also represent new gifts. Some of you could be coming into an understanding that you are a really amazing healer. I feel like with spiritual gifts, you're tapping into parts of yourself that could have been lying dormant, not because you wanted them to be, but simply because it wasn't time for you to tap into those energies, right? That's going to resonate with only a few people. I'm going to be honest. That's not for everybody, okay? Because whomever I'm talking to, you tapped into some really powerful energy within yourself. Yeah, okay? So whoever this sabotaging energy is, they're watching you ascend. They're watching you become more divine. Again, this could have been somebody that was supposed to help you. This could have been somebody that was riding the fence. They're not on anybody's side. They're just lukewarm, right? They're listening to this side. They hear people talking about you. They see what they're doing. They're aware that they're trying to do nasty things to you, whatever that is, right? But at the same time, they're also watching you and they're seeing that you are unaffected. And whatever effect it had on you, it simply thrusted you, catapulted you, okay, into this higher self by way of just awakening the gifts that were lying dormant. That's all this did for you, whatever this was. Okay, so now you got somebody that wants to spin the block. Literally, they could be spinning your block where you live, where you used to live. Somebody's looking for you. Somebody wants to pop up. Somebody's doing a drive-by to see. They're spying, they're curious, okay? So take these energies as they resonate. Let's just dive in and see what we have by way of the tarot. Prophetically, at least. Yeah, I can't make this up. I feel like somebody missed the boat. Somebody missed an opportunity with you. Somebody that was supposed to collaborate with you. This could have been a friend. This could have been an ex-family member. Whatever this is, look, I just split the deck. The 9 of Swords, restless, sleepless. Okay, somebody's appetite could be off. Somebody's really stressed out with the Chariot. Okay, this has a lot of different meanings with the Chariot. Okay, somebody wants to balance something out with you. Somebody feels, hopeless. I just heard a hopeless romantic. Going manic. Damn, that's intense. A hopeless romantic. And look at the way the cards just all fell apart. Somebody could be falling apart. Still got the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so whoever this person is, I'm getting this feeling of, if only I had known better. If only I had known. That's the feeling. If only I had known what I know now. If I had known then what I know now, type energy. Yeah. I feel like this person's finding it difficult to get their words out. This could have been the case when you were in some form of a connection with them. I just heard torn. I don't know why I wanted to say torn. Somebody's torn. Somebody was torn. This person took too long to pick a side. This is somebody that you were supposed to collaborate with. Okay? So let's just get into it. Give that a good shuffle. That card wants to come out so bad. Beautiful divine angels. Show us what it is that we need to see when it comes to this person. Yeah, the 8 of Cups. This could have been somebody that made you feel abandoned. You know, abandoned is not always walking away, packing up, driving away. I get this feeling like you could have been in the presence of this person and they made you feel a certain way. They made you feel abandoned. You know, that's not a nice feeling, right? When you're in the room with somebody, you're sitting right next to somebody, but you feel alone, okay? So why is the 8 of Cups there for this person? Why is the 8 of Cups there? Holy Spirit. The 8 of Cups, please and thank you. Divine angels, my beautiful spirit team. Divine intervention. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Why is that there for this person? Why are they feeling that way? Because they want to heal something with you. 6 of Swords. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you've ascended so high. You're aware of this energy, but you're not interested. You know that this person has to go through some form of a death ego, like ego death. Death ego, death, transformation of the ego death. Yeah. I feel like somebody is taking your advice and it's too late. Type energy. This could have been somebody that you were heavily invested in. Clarify spinning the block. And whoever this best friend is, this could have also been somebody that was advising this person. So somebody took bad advice about you. This is somebody that wasn't thinking for themselves. This is a people pleaser, you know. They care about what their family says more than how they feel about you. This is the energy that I'm getting. Somebody could have also taken some type of advice from a best friend of some sort, okay? This best friend was jealous. That's what I just heard. Dang. Ooh, let's see. Clarify. You got the 6 of Pentacles, you got the Queen of Pentacles, and you got the King of Wands. Somebody was taking advice from a feminine in their family. This could have been a mother figure, a sister, a woman that has a lot of say-so, okay, in what they do. Whoever this woman is, they hold this woman in high regard. 6 of Pentacles. That's like equal give and take. You know, if something happens, this person gets on the phone, hey, I need your advice, type energy, right? King of Wands energy. Or this could have been a father figure as well. This could have been a couple, honestly. This could have been a mother, a father, a friend, family member. Whatever this is, it's a feminine and it's a masculine. Whoever this person is, they hold these people in such a high regard that they don't believe that they could ever like do any wrong, which is dangerous energy. To see anybody like that, faultless, you know, almost damn near perfect. Somebody is like, whatever they say, it's the gospel, you know. Clarify. These people gave this person some type of advice. Yeah, look, I can't make this up. Two of Cups. This person could have had friends chiming in, giving them advice. Look, I don't think you should do this with this person. If this is not a romantic situation, because I did hear hopeless romantic, then it's some type of friendship where somebody was supposed to be there for you and they abandoned you, or they left you out in the cold, or they were supposed to collaborate with you. It's 9:22 on the clock. So you got Two of Cups. Somebody took somebody's advice. Okay? Now they're stressed out. Ten of Wands. This is bad advice. Okay? Somebody's seen the advice that they took as bad advice, but they also could have been aware of some type of mistreatment. This could have been their friends talking about you, or family. What is that? What is that energy? The Winged Man. Somebody was in their ear. Somebody was in their ear, heavily invested, offering them advice. Seven of Pentacles. Offering them some form of advice. Somebody that they trust. I'm also seeing a couple here. This King of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles could be a couple. This could be a mother and a father figure. And now this person's spinning the block looking for you. Because I feel like they're going through their own awakening. I feel like them taking bad advice at the time that they took bad advice was something that needed to happen in order for them to awaken to their authenticity. People pleasers are really interesting people, right? Because they kind of go with the flow. They never complain. They never get upset. When they do, it's based on somebody else's opinion of them or what somebody wants them to think, like controlling the way they move. Look, Ten of Cups. So this was family members. This is somebody that, loves their family. If their family doesn't like you, then they're not going to be with you. But this has stressed this person out. Because deep down inside, this person really wants to awaken to their real responsibilities for thinking for themselves, or they want to be authentic. But feeling as though they can't be authentic in the presence of the people that they hold in such a high regard, so much so that it's debilitating. Ten of Wands. Yeah. It's debilitating. It's entrapment. It's burdensome. Cumbersome. Painful. Clarify? I feel like this person, I just heard this person wishes that they had have listened to something that you told them. So you have spiritual gifts. You've always had spiritual gifts. You're ascending. You could be a psychic, a medium. Maybe you see things in the dream state. You could have advised this person of something. Three of Pentacles. You could have told this person something, possibly about themselves. I feel like you came along to pull back the layers of somebody's personality. Whoever this person is, they've been molded and shaped by their family members. They don't think for themselves. Look at the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Swords, and somebody's a full-grown adult. This family has been quite influential in this person's decisions for their life. Whoever this King of Wands is, mother, father figure, if this is not biological, this could be, somebody that they hold in high regard. This could be a godmother. This could be a godfather. This could be an aunt, an uncle, foster parents, whatever this is. Okay? I feel like you gave this person some type of advice and they went back and they asked their family, or it's almost like they were reporting back to their family about what you were saying. Yeah. Page of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who is a full-grown adult, but very much a child. There's nothing adult about them. They still depend on other people to tell them what to do. The 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and the Page of Wands is like a person who is stuck in their childlike behavior. There's an innocence here, though. It's interesting. Because I feel like up until you entering their life, up until the point that you encountered them, this person was okay with the way things were going. They were comfortable pleasing their family members. If they're dating somebody and this Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, they don't like them, or we don't like her, we don't like him, get rid of him, get rid of her, whatever the circumstance, somebody was okay living their life that way. That was okay. And then here you come, 3 of Pentacles. You could read cards. I just heard pendulum. For some of you, you work with the pendulum. You could have given this person some type of spiritual advice, and this person went back. With the Page of Wands in the reverse, this person wasn't anywhere like near where they needed to be in order to receive this type of spiritual intervention. It shocked them. With the Page of Wands, it shocked them. But this person's thinking about this. I feel like you rent space in somebody's head. Although they are blocked from your energy, meaning you're just not around anymore, so this could be a relationship that's over. With the 2 of Pentacles, they think a lot about what you told them. Somebody thinks a lot. 9 of Pentacles. This person was slow to the advice that you gave them. 9 of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy. 2 of Pentacles is like juggling back and forth with thoughts, thinking, life and spirit. And okay, so maybe somebody was not into the spiritual ideas that you were into, right? Because I'm getting very traditional family values, you know, Christian-based, Baptist, Catholicism. This is the way we think. We don't think outside of this. Anything else outside of that is not right, right? We don't receive that. Because with spiritual gifts and the 3 of Pentacles, this person could have gone back to family and talked about you. But with the 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles, somebody was slow. It's almost like somebody's having an epiphany now. But it's too late, like energy. Yeah. Now they're realizing it. Now they're seeing that you are the Empress. Now they're seeing that you are absolutely some form of walking, breathing, divine intervention. You came to set this captive free. You absolutely did. You came to set them free. Whether you realized that at the time or not, I feel like in a lot of ways they set you free. You could have been just now tapping into your spiritual gifts, because I felt like gifts were lying dormant. And I feel like this was a difficult assignment. Peeling back the layers of somebody's consciousness to show them themselves only revealed to you the gifts that you had. So not only were you there to awaken this person to their spiritual gifts, you too were going through some type of an awakening. Again, lying dormant. Gifts that you had yet to recognize and or cultivate absolutely came to the surface. It's inevitable. Yeah, I can't make this up. So this person watched people attack you. This could have been talking about you, gossiping. This could have been spiritual attacks. And this person stood by and did nothing. Hopeless. Clarify? I just heard they did not come to your aid. So somebody abandoned you. Okay? Yeah, they didn't come to your aid. So here's the thing. This has backfired on this person because now they need you. Or so they feel as though they need you. Right? It's one thing to need somebody by way of necessity. And then there's another thing to want somebody, right, around. But I feel like as it relates to their ascension, you are definitely a part of their puzzle. A piece to the puzzle. You're the missing piece, the missing link. You are a necessity. Somebody's finding that out, possibly beyond the time that they were supposed to ascend. It's 9:33 on the clock. The tower's in the reverse. Something backfired. These people could have clarified. Yeah. Whatever they told this person, they emotionally manipulated this person because this person was easy to manipulate, easily manipulated. Is what I just heard. Knight of Cups in the reverse. These people wanted this person to be emotionally detached from you, very immature, in a childlike state. And so whatever this was supposed to be, whatever the connection was, whatever the spiritual contract was, this came to an end. Unfortunately for this person, right? So you got the World. It's an ending. The Tower in the reverse. Then you got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So you got people that were really manipulating this person. Somebody took bad advice. Now they're in the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Spiritual purgatory. Page of Wands in the reverse. This person has to go back to the beginning. This could be back to, their first love, their parent, an animal, whatever that trauma was, whatever that abandonment, whatever that loss. Some people lost pets and it traumatized them, right? Whatever this is, whatever made them a spiritual, latchkey kid, latching on to everybody's ideas of what they needed to be and, being molded and shaped in a way that they could never truly be free to express themselves. Somebody relies on these people's opinions, their family, their friends, what they think. Well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I mean, I can't say, honestly, the energy that I'm picking up, that this person has ever made a decision without themselves. Okay? So we got the Six of Swords twice. Six of Swords, Six of Swords. This person's in a position where they can fight or flight. I feel like the universe is calling for them to heal with the Six of Swords. And I feel like they're looking for you. This person wants to be happy. You got the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. Yeah, they want to listen. They want to come towards you with the Fool's energy. Now, in this energy, okay, I feel like somebody knows that if they make this move, if they come towards you, there's a high probability they're going to lose all these people. Clarify, that could be the Eight of Cups. They could be walking away from these people. They're being very protective right now with the Nine of Wands. So maybe they're not telling these people what their plans are or what they're thinking, but there is some form of communication that this person wants to get to you, say to you. This is spin the block energy. Clarify, watching people attack the chosen. Yeah, they watch people try to sacrifice you. Sacrifice your character, possibly for your spiritual gifts. Yeah, look at you. This person, Five of Swords, they stood by and they did nothing. They watched other people attack you, your character, spiritually. They could have done spiritual work as well. With the Hangman energy, these people wanted you stuck. They tried to sacrifice you. And whoever this person was that you were supposed to have this relationship with, they stood by, they did nothing. Five of Swords. I feel like with the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, somebody's finally having like an aha moment. Somebody's like, oh my God. Like you really are divine. Ace of Cups. They watched what people did to you. They know. This could have been out of jealousy. Yeah. I can't make this up. You're coming up as the High Priestess. The High Priestess, Ace of Cups, spiritual gifts, somebody very high ranked, somebody that knows things. You see things, you dream, and these people attacked you. And this person stood by and did nothing. So with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, yeah, this person was manipulated by friends, all kinds of stuff. What's the 5 of Swords in the Hangman? Watching people attack you. Yep, 3 of Cups in the reverse. These were not this person's friends. These are people that could have told this person things about you. Because I feel like at some point, if this person was going to these people to get some form of advice, I feel like these people kind of added in their own ideas about you, whatever that means, and kind of stirred the pot a little bit. With the 3 of Cups in the reverse, 3 of Cups in the reverse is like canceled celebrations, fake friends, phony, you know, bad advice, man. 3 of Cups. These were not this person's friends. So they could have been jealous that this person found Ace of Cups, High Priestess, an Empress. Somebody in this group was jealous. Whoever this wingman was, they were jealous. And I feel like whoever the person was that was supposed to be with you, they stood by and they watched their friends attack you. With the Hangman and the 3 of Cups in the reverse, they knew what they were doing and they let them. 5 of Swords. These people were waiting for you to be defeated. Look at you. You're the High Priestess and the Hierophant. This was jealousy. Somebody was mad. This mother figure could have been jealous. A sister, an aunt, men, people in the family were jealous over the fact that somebody got an Empress. And so what they did was they minimized this person's efforts. Page of Wands, kind of denouncing them. Like, oh, you don't know what to do with that kind of person. Or no, this person, they could have said that you were, yeah, like some type of witch or something. Because I got spiritual gifts, 3 of Pentacles, like consultations. This is giving like you consulting with your spirit team. And then you got the Empress energy. And then the 6 of Swords, you're some form of a healer. So the 8 of Cups could be you walking away, but the 8 of Cups is now this person walking away from this family dynamic. King of Cups, somebody in this group was jealous. Somebody in this group was in love with this Empress. Somebody in this group gave their friend bad advice and watched this person make their life like a living hell on their own. They gave them bad advice and they watched them like be a people pleaser, lay down, go into this prison energy, 10 of Wands. Wow, somebody in this group was in love with you. Yeah. And they were holding this back, to hold this person back from being with you. So if this was this person's best friend, their partner in crime, whatever this is, somebody, this guy or this, yeah, I feel like a guy and a girl, I don't know. This guy could have been in love with this Empress, so they told their friend not to be with you or something like that. I feel like whoever you are with spiritual gifts, yeah, you're minding your own business. You're minding your own business. You're coming up as the Queen of Wands. It's your level of confidence. It was your level of confidence that somebody was really jealous of. Somebody in this family. And there's another man here that could have been in love with you. So whoever missed an opportunity, he's now coming into the realization by way of going through an awakening that you are the truth, that you were his person, that you're somebody that told him the truth. Because if you told him something by way of your spiritual gifts, you could have said, that's not your friend. They're doing this, and this towards you. Whatever the case, this person is heavily burdened in the 5 of Cups, unable to sleep, sad. Why? Because he's getting an epiphany now that what you said was the truth. You're coming up as the High Priestess, Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. You were sent in by the divine. And I get this overwhelming feeling that these people knew that. They were jealous. They didn't want him to be, come on, Empress. I'm getting somebody in this family is like, why you get to have this kind of person? So they sabotaged it. Or this person took the bait. Nobody can sabotage your life, least you allow them to. He gave them permission. He gave them too much information. He was waiting for their opinion. He needed them to accept you when all he had to do was make a good decision. But this is a really hard karmic lesson. 944 on the clock. Yeah. So this person was impulsive. Knight of Wands in the reverse. This person could have cheated. I feel like whoever this person is, you were just too much for this person. Spiritually, you were far advanced. Wherever you are now, it's like you're like light years ahead of this person. Where you were then is where they are now by way of their awakening. And I feel like this person would spin the block. They're looking for you. So they could be driving past your house if you still live in the same place, or somebody could be trying to locate you and find out where you are. But I feel like this person just had to learn a really hard lesson. This was about trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts. They're going through a really hard dark night of the soul. They're having to face their inner child with the Page of Wands in the reverse. There could be some trauma there. There could be, betrayal things that they still have lying dormant that needs to be paid attention to. With the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, whatever the case, whatever the circumstance, the thing about it is this person wants to come towards you, but they know that they have to leave these people behind. Now, whether or not they're willing to do that with people that have been seemingly controlling their life, their entire life, I don't know. Just have to see what happens. But I feel like this person, that's a really long time, because somebody's like a full adult. 25, 35, 45, a full adult trying to wake up. Okay? So needless to say, this is the message. If this resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. If it did not, that's okay. You can still give it a thumbs up. All my information is down below in the description box. If somebody is commenting, responding, really long messages, WhatsApp, do not get scammed. Please, it's not me, okay? These are people that, I don't know, they need money. They're gang stalkers, they're thieves, they're, hackers. But do not think that that is me. I would never reach out to you for any forms of a reading. But I definitely am in the comments from time to time. I love y'all so very much. Thank you for being here. Okay? Drop a heart down below. I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.